My name is Mary Olmo. I'm from Muenster, Texas, and I'm the president of Bartush Land and Cattle Company. I first went to Ranching for Profit in 2015 and again last year, and now I'm in the executive link. For the last 4 years, we've gone through 3 different managers, and using some of the skills that I've learned at Ranching for Profit, I've been able to develop effectiveness areas that allowed me to have an employee that's working out really well. So the first thing I did was try to determine what exactly I wanted to accomplish, and through that determined what the effectiveness areas were that I wanted for the employee. And then from that, I had to figure out what the targets were going to be, and what I was going to measure, how I was going to measure it, and when I was going to measure it. One of the effectiveness areas was cattle nutrition, and the associated plans for that effectiveness area were the stock flow, the grazing chart, and the cash flow. And once we had those available, then we measure targets. The target we chose for cattle nutrition was breed up, and we measure that by how many cows are bred versus how many were exposed in the breeding season or the breeding window, and that is measured in the fall when we do our preg checking with the vet. Once we had all the effectiveness areas laid out, then I took them all, put them in bulleted format with the plans that were associated with them and the targets that I wanted met and when I wanted them met by, and all of that was reviewed by the employee and myself after he had been onboarded for about a week. Made sure he understand what every part of it was. He signed, I signed, and now we have an agreement that we both understand what the expectations are and what I'm going to be measuring and at what point in time. That whole process has been invaluable. It gives our employee the freedom that he needs to do what he does best. It gives me the peace of mind knowing that I don't have to worry about all the little things because they're all built into those effectiveness areas. So that lets me be able to go take care of a sick aunt, or go on a mission trip, or go on a vacation and actually enjoy myself. All of this sounds like a lot of work, and it sounded like to me that it was going to take forever, but really it only took maybe 2 to 3 hour blocks on my own, running it by our board of directors, getting the okay, and maybe a couple more little tweaks, and it was ready to go in less than 2 to 3 hour blocks of time. It was ready to go. After 90 days or so of using these effectiveness areas for this employee, there's probably one main thing I would do differently. I started with a lot of targets for every effectiveness area, and I think that now after using it for a while and talking to some other people through the executive link, that I can pick one thing or maybe 2 things that encompass all of the other things that I wanted to measure and just focus on those. I think it'll be a lot less overwhelming for our employee and a lot less work for me, which makes me really happy.